Discord so I can see what's going on in the actual community. I'm going to go ahead and message all the servers to get the Discord link in here. Let's do that to everybody. And then we'll also send discord.gg Altura protocol. We should have the links then. What do you mean pink hexagon? Oh, he's talking about for boosting the server. Mimi paid to boost the server, so that's how it works. But all right, we're good to go. I think finally that was a process and a half. All right, I'm gonna see if I can share my screen as well on Rumble, and then I can just use this as our launch pad. Let's go this one. I gotta also launch this live on Instagram here too. You guys can see I'm there we go. Now we're live on Instagram. We'll take that out. Okay, I think we're good on everything, right? Everybody can hear me all right. So let's first of all, I'm going to talk community updates. If you have nothing to do right now, please go ahead and follow our X account because we've been running ads right to the community. So we do want to have more followers in the actual X. It's sweet though that again using Rumble allows me to go and literally be live on X. So people that are browsing X can actually see that on my profile now. But we're gonna go ahead and we're going to go ahead and talk updates again real quick, and then we'll do some rating. First updates is, again, we're splitting up the whitelist. So whitelist is getting split into 200 NFTs and then 600 for 800. The 88, right, and the 8,888 is going to giveaways, team, big promoters, things like that to help grow our movement. And then the other 8,000 are getting sold on the main sale. So that's how that works, guys. If you aren't tracking that, so that we're only going to allow 200 NFTs to be in this first sale on October 1st. So once they're gone, and that's a guaranteed profit because it's the cheapest you're going to be able to mint those at. So again, just in this kind of casual post live stream hangout, I just want to make it known again. Be early and actually be involved, and you'll see the fruits of your labor multiply from that. Okay. But yeah, let's start our raid by just getting in by pushing a few accounts. That would be good. So Anthony, obviously Anthony is one of our community guys here. He's also one of the team members, but Anthony's going to be helping us find some promoters, not the promoters that just randomly join our Discord and try to scam us. We've had somebody already do that. Trying to run up our bank account to crazy numbers. So it's hard to trust people online. That's the whole point of Altura in general. Also, when you start a movement, when you put your money into collaboration and things like that instead of just direct ads, you usually get a better return on investment, but you're taking the risk of somebody playing you over, right? Because there's not like a legal contract that's binding. There's not a corporation and a customer service to go complain to if things go wrong. You just got to kind of take the risk on people following through on their promises. And the ones that can't, well, clearly they just don't believe in the movement anyway. So it's kind of a test of faith too, right? I want to know if the person actually promoting us cares about us or if they're going to go ahead and run off into the distance with the money we gave them. So that's all baked in. It's just costs that get eaten up in the marketing and stuff. But it's unfortunate that some people can't see the bigger vision and really grasp onto what we're trying to achieve. To make $100 or what, something like that, just asking people to send you money and promising you're going to do something, as much as that is quick money, again, that kind of just eats at your soul in the long term. Because you realize being a scammer, right? You realize that you might have pulled one over in the short term, but the only skill and what you've subconsciously reinforced to yourself is that you have to take from others. You can't work together. And so when you get offered opportunities like this, you most likely won't take them. and therefore the things that can actually change your life for the better and get you back on the path versus what's going to lead you further down the death spiral of doing worse and worse actions in society is going to be stark, and you're going to notice that difference. So that's my rant for tonight. That's my TED Talk, my mini one. But obviously, guys, 200 NFTs is not a lot. That's very small number. And if we're getting, accounts with a few thousand engaged NFT buyers coming in to buy those up, 200 isn't gonna, like, that's gone in an instant. And we want it to be that way because we want to keep the hype up. We want to over market and kind of oversell our stuff, just because that creates the urgency to have more. Keeps you guys engaged and waiting for the next drop, and keeps the movement going on the inside to make that happen. Holds us accountable, holds you accountable. Kind of the easy way to do that. But anybody that's watching from a different platform, I think, let me make sure Instagram's still live here. Yeah, Instagram's still live. But wherever you're watching from, go ahead and drop like questions. If you have questions about, I keep yawning here, Altura's main purpose, or how that whitelist actually works. Again, what's most likely going to happen is I will probably plan on opening up whitelist if it comes down to it. There's probably not a good chance that we don't sell out with the whitelist members already. But if whitelist somehow gets all the way through and none of them, we don't end up selling the full amount, then I'll let whoever's first come, first serve buy the rest out. But it's probably going to go directly just to the whitelist. So it could be a possibility. It just depends on, the sales and the traffic we get that day, but it's probably going to go straight to being whitelisted, which means to get whitelisted, to get invited to that early pricing, you have to just reach level 5 in our community. So probably sending, 30 messages or so to 50 messages, depending on what it is. And just doing other challenges to get awarded XP, kind of like a video game, right? And working your way up, because that shows dedication, and that's a measurable way that we can go ahead and reward you for your effort and showing early belief. So raid night. All right. Raid night is tough. So because we don't necessarily have a plan of attack. I'm the person, right, military-wise, that likes being scripted. I like to have a clear way we go and conduct our business. We go execute a mission precisely, right? That's the way I'm trained. That's the broad vision and mindset I bring to the Altura protocol. But tonight's kind of just going to be casual. It's going to be us looking for opportunities. And I want to kind of break it up into two main buckets. So all of you guys that are watching across different platforms, I'm going to actually go back to my Rumble Studio. That tab doesn't work. That's not the actual hosting tab. I'm going to go pull up my stream here, and I'm going to put all my comments in one spot here, so I can see everybody's comments from YouTube, from Rumble, from Instagram, all that. So I want one group of you guys to go on X and look at individual influencers. So people like, I could be an influencer, right? But obviously you're not gonna market me to promote the stuff I'm already promoting, right? So like, this is my account. Obviously I started Ascend. I have my own space. That's my background in entrepreneurship. I don't use X a lot, so I don't have a lot of followers. I have like 300, but you're gonna find like individual people like that have a passion for this type of project, and you're gonna let me know in the comments what those accounts are. And then the other group of you, right, if you don't want to go find individual people, find other projects, right, that are promoting this type of stuff. So those can either be specific NFT collections, they could be NFT pages, and I guess too, back with the influencer group, it could be people that specialize in buying NFTs. If you see my screen, and I'm gonna share it here. Okay, it should be sharing on Rumble, and I think it's sharing still on Discord. You guys can see it on Discord too. Drop something in the chat, one of you, for me. I want to make sure it's coming across clear. Okay. Yeah, so we want to find people like this that are saying, drop your NFT collection. So somebody like this, the easiest thing you guys can do, this guy has 91,000 followers, and it looks like he's posting quite a bit. So yeah, posting like one time a day. It's getting decent traffic. So Anthony, first of all, like, this would be somebody we could reach out to, but also we're just going to go on these recent posts and just drop Altura. So I want you guys to use hashtag Altura Raid on any of these posts just because they help increase our search traffic. Additionally, if you could also use Altura, that would just be great in general. But say, we're here and we're counting down or something like that. And I'm going to drop the link to our website, alturasociety.com. And then we're going to just reply. And then everybody gets that pinged. They can see the hashtags, and we're visible on this guy's post. The other options we have are go to Discord, some of you guys. Not to the developer portal, to the actual Discord page, like where you are a member, right? If you're a member in Altura already. And I'm going to go to, here's an example of one. Skyline is a community you guys can join to promote your project. So I'm going to go to Shill Zone, right? And I'll drop this link here in the chat. Let me go to invites, and I'll copy this link. There you go. And I'll put it in the actual live stream chat here. You guys can go click on it like that. And you guys could hop in that server. Let me put it in Rumble too. Okay. So go hop in that server, join, and then go to Shill Zone, and let's drop a I'm just gonna drop join the fastest growing network of entrepreneurs and venture capital in the 20th century. Can I tag everybody? No, it doesn't let me tag everyone. So I'm just gonna put the link to the website, alturasociety.com, and then I'm gonna put the link to the Discord, which is discord.gg/Altura protocol. So I'm going to drop both those links in the Shill Zone, which is a safe spot for me to promote. I've already been in this group, but there's no limit on how many times I can promote our server. So I'm going to, I put that in there, and then you guys can see we've just promoted our own project. I'm going to paste it again. I don't know why it's, nope, I don't want to paste their thing. I think the embed got messed up for our server. So I'm just going to repost the links here. There we go. And I'm just going to go to general. They've already also made me a project founder because I've been in here before. You can see I have a yellow tag, unlike other people with just like these random level tags. And I'm going to go in and say, what's up, y'all? Would love it if you checked out our projects for entrepreneurs, investors, and tech and AI enthusiasts. The most important digital syndicate of the decade. And I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna put a link in here because they might ban me, but I do have the link that's in here for mine. So I'm not gonna have an ask there because a lot of times if I'm asking them to like go check out a link or to do whatever, then they're probably just gonna get mad and remove the post. So you guys can see I kind of just promoted myself to a community casually that has, there's how many people were in there? It has like 100,000 people or something like that. So it's a huge group of people. Obviously they're not all active, but that's an easy free way. If you guys do the same thing I did and just join and then drop something in Shill Zone as well, right? So that people will start seeing that. I'm just gonna like, I can even put reactions on my own post, right? Just so that other people see that. Looks like social proof, whatever. Just want to kind of inflate our value to the other groups. And then obviously in Shill Zone, they're going to see that that's the most listed one. So if I see Anthony or Mimi hop in and then drop the link right after me or somebody like that, you guys can just go ahead and do that and add value. That would be such a big way to benefit our project. It means a lot. And then you can post a screenshot of that in our XP challenge, and then we'll try to award you XP for getting involved like that. Mimi will see that. Anthony will see that. One of our moderators will take care of you because you're helping and involve yourself in these raids. That's cool though. It shows that we're we're hosting, we're live on X. Not a lot of other creators are like that at this time, so we are probably getting more traction from that as well. Cool. All right, so I am going to go back to X. I'm really thirsty for some reason. I don't know why. Apologize. So we just commented on this guy's post. The goal basically with raids, again, though, is to do the same thing and kind of be visible. So I'm actually just going to copy what I said here. I'm going to change it up a little bit, but I'm going to kind of just use the same thing across a lot of these other posts. I think I'll just leave it on this one. It's like the same exact thing. But boom, I just did it again. So the same creators, guys, hop in and like ideally look up at fastmoney_NFT. Go to Mr. Richie's post here. And then on September 20th, which was right here, this post, and then comment on it. Because if he sees 2 comments about Altura, right, saying like the same thing, Anthony, he also says DM for promotion. He's got 40,000 followers and he's getting a couple thousand views on his post. So Anthony, that might be a good guy to reach out to as well. DM for NFT promotion. So we can see what his prices are. We can work with that guy to push our project. Drop your NFT here. The problem is we don't want to go shill in. Shill just means self-promote, right? We don't want to go shill in on accounts that have insane engagement. Like this one might be better because it's only got 53 comments. People might actually make it through. We're just gonna, I don't want to look like we have automated behavior of we're just spamming the same thing, but so I'm gonna change up the sentence. It's gonna be a pretty similar thing. We're not an NFT collection, but we're not in, I'm gonna change it to be like we're not we're not your standard NFT. We're a digital syndicate and movement. Links attached. Something like that. It's a call to action. Just, again, getting us out there. If you did this on 10 posts a day, guys, for us, and you put it in the XP thing, that would do so well. That'd help us grow insane. And obviously, our community is built by you guys participating in that stuff. So, I'm trying to find, I kind of want to go to, what is Sentient AGI? Why did that come up on my thing? Is that just like a trending collection in this space? So we're going to go to Explorer. Let's go to, I love Michael Saylor's like Mr. Bitcoin. He's a billionaire, but look at his like profile picture. Like I'm supposed to trust this guy. I mean, he was in the Air Force like me, and then he became a tech billionaire. But this is like his profile picture. Like what is he doing? And his pinned post says, Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing, ever smarter, faster, and stronger beyond a wall of encrypted energy. Like, I want to know what substance he was taking when he wrote that. And this guy's a billionaire too. Like, he's on a different wave. But I respect his commitment to Bitcoin. Love to see that. So let's go back and we're just gonna search Web3. Sure. I want to find latest because we want to find posts that are still growing and trending, but that we can hop on the comment section. I'm going to go to NFT. I'm going to go to crypto. I'm going to go to meme coin. I want to try hitting up a meme coin group. Sorry, I just shook my camera like crazy. We're going to just look through until we find... Why not find backed by insane value? I like asking questions. It forces someone to kind of critically think, like explore a little bit more. So that's kind of what I would do. Again, literally monkey see, monkey do. No pun intended, because that's the Bored Apes I'm seeing everywhere. Also, I see James. You have like a Bored Ape style NFT pick. I don't know if that is a Bored Ape. Like if you actually own a Bored Ape or not. It'd be sick if you did. But um, yeah, if you guys just hop in and are finding, like, just look at for the username of the accounts that I'm hopping on. So Tal T Crypto or whatever. And just search those accounts in the search bar on your X app, on your phone, on your browser, whatever it is, and just do what I'm doing, because we want to hit the same post multiple times with very similar types of engagement. Why hold on? Why not build in a community built by and for the blockchain? Imagine having a network that could support your crypto and business goals and have your back through every investment. I'm just going to drop the tag I've been dropping on the other post. It has the link, alturasociety.com. I threw in those 2 hashtags. Again, use the Altura Raid hashtag. And then just go comment on these people's posts. This guy has no comments, but he has 18 views. So it might pop off, especially with a post that has like a graphic like that. Those posts usually do good because people stop and look at it. So they spend significant time. They kind of analyze it. A lot of people will want to comment on that. But he just posted it 7 minutes ago. 18 people already saw it. Maybe he'll have like 200 people look at it. But I'll be the only comment on there. So if you guys also comment on there, it's going to be significant. His name is at Tommy Butcher. It's kind of a badass name, but you can just scroll down to the graphic that I just replied on, or just yeah. I'm gonna try to get like should I get like some music playing in here? Play. I need a song request. Somebody drop a song request. What if I just? I'm playing Raid. I'm gonna lower the volume. I think I just muted it entirely. So guys, you guys can go in the chat on Discord and hit you can hit volume slash volume. You can also use slash. Actually, don't use slash volume because you're gonna mess up the volume settings. But you can use slash Q, and then you can put in your song request. Then we have some noise in the background. Again, if you're watching on Rumble or YouTube, whatever it is, please subscribe. But then also go into Discord, because that's the community that's where you'll have the link to buy the NFTs. That's where you're going to have the information. That's where the members and the holders of these tokens will be. It's where everything's going to happen. So do that. I like this guy's post. So do we. I'm literally just like spamming the same thing basically, but I'm adding a slightly different caption. So that way, Grok or whatever AI is backing X's algorithm right now that's scanning people's posts is not. It's not like this guy's just spamming the chat basically. I'm gonna go to NFT. We're gonna focus on that instead. What am I getting spammed with? Did someone join? All right, let's. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Is this MF? This is MF Doom. This is what MF Doom sounds like. I'm trying to figure out if these are the right vibes. I don't know. I'm gonna use slash play. What if we do Anthony will like this one. Here we go. Play this for Anthony. I'm just messing around in Discord right now. This is what Anthony stands in the corner and plays every morning. There we go. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go back to... I'm trying to find a Discord community we can join. Lethal? Is this a Badass Yeti? Okay, that seems like an NFT project. So we're going to actually see if we can hop in there. Okay. Like that. I like that. Okay, so this looks like a XRP cafe. This is like some bum website. I don't know if they have a. So is this just one? I think it's just one image. It's weird. We want an actual NFT. I don't like that either. I need some help, guys. So if you're active in here, if you have your Twitter open, some of you guys might be sitting on the toilet watching this. Some of you guys might be actually having a browser tab open. Try to get your browser open and like be active in this, because you're gonna drive the early spark of the fire right now. Help us, make the best use of our marketing and our vision and our reach outside of our community. And then drive the value that when you buy the NFT is going to promote and push that price higher and higher. So drive people in, like make this community valuable. This is how you add to that. And then if you guys like open the Discord community chat, or if you're on a different platform, just drop something in the chat saying like whose account we should check out. Drop a screenshot if you can do that on that platform that shows your outreach. Like get involved and let's pump this up. I'm trying to find a cool looking. I don't know what's going on with half of these. This looks kind of cool. This looks like a what's that show? Can't think of. This reminds me of like it was like an old cartoon show I can't think of, but let's go to NFT drop. Let's see what people are talking about. What's this? Is this like what we're trying to do? So it's kind of. It's not really, but it's take them on. I like starting a little controversy. It gets engagement up. Do you know how like X loves like pushing negativity for some reason. I don't know why. Negativity gets a lot more traction on X. That reminds me of my next song I'm gonna play. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is where we want to get our communities from. What is this? See, there's so many ripoffs of like these Bored Ape collections. Okay. Like that, like that. Guys, this is just like putting us so much further out here. Um, I'm just literally cooking. I'm literally I'm like it's the it's this is me right now. This is me on X. It's this yeah, it's this. This is me in real time writing these X posts. And hopefully you guys are too. That's it's the only way we grow and take off. Um I should just drop this. That'd be so funny. All right. So we're gonna what what is the NFT space right now? It's really just it's literally just doing that. That is rating. That is helping us rate. As if you're using the hashtag Altura raid. Look, I'm the only comment on this guy's little post. And it looks like he's an NFT collector. So there's a good chance he gets a little notification to his phone. Um, and it says that we commented, especially if multiple people comment on these posts, right? Uh, so it's gonna eventually this person's gonna take interest. He's gonna look and be like, what is this community? What's this traffic and what are they doing? And it's gonna drive action. That's really the goal here. Okay. I'm trying to get a different song. Song request? Anybody? I'm kind of blanking right now because I'm thinking of a million things at once to do. I'm also trying to answer a client right now. Uh, um, there we go. All right. See, this is I don't see we get that's like a it's like being like a conspiracy theorist, right? If you're into NFTs right now before it's back and before the market returns in the next month or two, if you're early into something, right, you get lumped into the same pool with like whatever the hell this is. What is this? What's going on here? Is this like a fever dream? This is something I would see if I like drank too much orange juice before bed and I had a stomach ache. And this is my first dream of the night. I don't know what's going on there. But guys, drop comments on the stuff you're partaking in and that you're doing right now. I'd love to hear which people we should hit up because I'll go hit them up on the stream too. It's got some vibe music in. I don't know if it's the we need like a yeah. I got a song request. We need something more bold. Trying to remember this guy's name. There we go. There we go. Dope drop. Can't wait to get in. Okay. Let's just take that text out. Just trying to hit it with a bold point right here. Um, Anybody else? Why not drop them exclusively? I'm trying to actually join a Discord. I don't know if the I wonder because I think somebody joined our server, right? I think somebody just hopped in, but like, no, this server, the Skyline, right? We have people engaging from that. So if you guys went and shilled this, I'd have to refresh it. I think my Discord's crashing out right now. You guys will be able to see progress in there, and that's basically multiple people partaking in the same raid. I'm gonna try to find it. I want to get in a Discord, so I'm gonna look up. I wonder if I can just look up NFT Discord and if that would come up as a search result. Okay, that looks right. After the filter, Discord, boom, we're in. It's that easy. Hopefully it works. 845 members. So Anthony, this could be a good group to collab with. So I'm gonna open it. I think you guys can see that on my stream. Okay, there we go. So here's my actual Discord app when it loads. Okay, we're gonna go into, let's see if we can even chat in this community, but I would just recommend you guys join groups like this and kind of help us with the raids. So now we're gonna go to, I don't know if there's a shill, like, see, this is how our server is gonna work, guys. We're gonna have a, you're gonna have this like verify thing. So after you mint your NFT, after you go on the site, that's gonna be posted in the whitelist group only. If you've earned your whitelist spot, you're gonna get that first access. You're gonna have one of these tabs. You can actually see that right now. It's in the Wallet Connect tab in our Discord. So it looks like this, but you're gonna go verify and link your wallet. You'll be able to pop up your browser with your crypto wallet attached with the NFT in it that you use to buy the NFT, right? And it'll verify in real time on the blockchain. That's the whole point of having NFTs in the first place, that you own it. And then as soon as it verifies that, you'll just, all of the channels will spawn down here and you'll see everything that's going to be happening on the inside of Altura. Obviously, we're going to start developing a lot of it during and after the mint. So don't expect a lot initially. There'll be a few channels for the initial members to start doing what we were talking about, which was deciding on the art, finalizing those details. And I'm going to start asking questions about like some of the marketing campaigns. If you guys want specific celebrities to be involved, things like that, you guys can start dropping your comments and your feedback. So that's basically what I would challenge you guys to do. I don't know. I'm probably going to get banned if I drop a link, but screw it. It might just auto remove it. Hopefully it doesn't, but oh, it did work. Nice. I'm going to edit it and go to, I think that's the invite link, right? I'm going to instead go to our server rules. And we're going to create an invite link. I'm doing this while I'm doing it here. Hopefully I don't get banned before they there we go. So then people can just see that. They're probably going to go delete my message immediately, but the point is just having the ability to get it out there, at least for somebody to see it, right? Even if it's a mod, maybe they'll be interested in joining. Anthony, this would be a good one to add to our list too. I don't know if you're still tracking that, but so guys, you can keep doing this all night. We'll reward you XP for that. Mimi, I would like, if you're listening too, I'd like for us to put together some sort of challenge for people to, if they post like screenshots of them doing this and like using Altura Raid, they could use it at any time, that they can get XP for that too. But I'd like for right now them to be entered, since we're so close to mint, I'd like to enter people into drawing for NFTs as well. We still have those founder NFTs that we can give away. So we'll probably take 5 or so of those and give them to you guys. So every time you have one of those posts, we might pick somebody random from the chat, all right, of the XP challenge, people that have sent screenshots, and pull random names and give NFTs to those people. So be conscious of that, be active, and be posting the stuff you're doing to help us grow. again, like any revolution, we rely on those early founding fathers, right, to get on the horseback and in this case, get on X and start pushing the messaging across. You guys are our early marketing. We need you guys. We need the early adopters, and that's you guys. I showed Anthony this curve, but this is the, if you guys weren't a business major or took a lot of business classes like we did in college, you may or may not have seen a chart like this, but this is how hype works basically. Um, I'm gonna open this up. I think you guys can see this in all the tabs. But so right now we're gonna change our marketing strategy based on the type of people we want to attract. Obviously, at the end of the day, we want people that are serious about business, entrepreneurship, obviously that have some sort of interest maybe in NFTs and crypto and all those markets as well. But right now, the people that have the highest interest in investing in NFTs in the market around NFTs are the last cycle of NFTs, are the people on X that are still talking nothing but NFT collections. That's why we're targeting them so heavily for this first phase, because those innovators, those early adopters have to see the vision first. And a lot of times it's people that have already been involved in that vision. They're the easiest to convert into that movement. So we only need a small percentage of those people to be our initial, founding fathers that buy up our whitelist spots and play a huge role in that to get the hype cycles put together. And then eventually, as we move into whitelist phase 2 or pre-sale phase 2, and the public phases 1, 2, and 3, we'll start pushing to the early adopters who will start being, people that might join like a Hustlers University, like kind of people that join and do online courses, try to better themselves online, are pretty active in different online communities, but more entrepreneur focused. And then as the early and late majority come out, that's your standard meta advertising campaigns, random, click ads you see on Instagram and stuff. We were already running some of those, but they don't really play the biggest role until we have the massive, massive campaigns that we'll be spending during those first public phases. Right now, we're better off taking our marketing, and what we're doing throughout the rest of the time here is targeting these very niche groups that we know will have an engagement and are interested and see the value in these projects. By the time we get to the late majority and the laggards, that's why we've worked in a budget for mass media. That's the people that are so stubborn, but we want to get in the project because they have the money. They need so much convincing that we basically have to buy a Times Square advertisement or put ourselves in a magazine cover before they recognize that we're there. So that's why we have marketing at the longer phase set aside to claim the people, right? That might be like your 50-year-old man that was kind of skeptical about NFTs, seems like something outside of his generation, but he's sitting on thousands of dollars he could potentially invest if he were convinced by mass media or something like seeing it in Times Square would probably add a lot of credibility. So that's why we're going to scale up the marketing and the style we're going with as we go. But for right now, we're targeting these niche NFT groups, communities. We're probably going to get a lot of spammers and promoters in. That's fine because they all help us gain recognition. At this point, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and we want to get our name out as much as possible. So anything you guys do by going on X and responding to projects like this, they all make our project more valuable because they expose who we are and what we're doing just a little bit more. Even if they don't care, somebody else that sees their post and your comment on it might. And you're giving us greater odds at the table, right, before we roll the dice every time you do that. So play your part. Understand that this is a revolution. It's a movement. It's not just me doing things for you, right? I've done everything. I've set up the server. I've brought the team together. I've done the live streams. Like right now, I'm giving up my nights to do this. I've spent thousands of my own money putting this together. I'm trying to do as much as possible to bring the right people in for you, but I also need your help, right? Because George Washington didn't win the American Revolution. He was a great dude, but he wasn't everything. I'm not comparing myself to George Washington because he was a little taller than me. I think he had some weird buck teeth too, but you need a movement of people around, the initial spark of the flame to keep it growing. So that's where you guys come in. I need a Thomas Jefferson, I need a John Adams, a James Madison, all those other founding fathers to play their role too. And that's where you guys can show up and be active. So be engaged, be in the Discord here, chatting in our general chat here is one of the best ways you can add value. It looks like they were talking about soccer earlier, whatever it's going to be, but we just want to be a place for people to get value from one another. That's going to keep people coming back and not, muting their post notifications and things like that. So we're going to probably wrap up the stream for tonight in terms of the raid stuff, but this goes on 24 hours. Open your X, go to any of these accounts, go back to your feed and scroll and find similar projects that you would want to invest in. Take a screenshot on your phone, upload like 10 at once. We'll consider those entries for free NFTs, which again are going to sell for right now hundreds, but eventually maybe thousands of dollars. Play your role and you'll be rewarded for it because your belief is higher at this phase. So the reward, I promise you, will be equal to match it. I'm going to close the streaming on Discord, and I'm also going to close it on Rumble, which means every other platform that we're streaming to. But I want you guys to know one last thing. Again, as I said in the actual live stream earlier, we are going to be streaming every day until this launches, really, until we achieve complete success with it. I'm going to be doing raid night and a live stream on these weekend days or any other time I have, but I'll at least be sitting down and working through a problem and explaining our vision 20, 30 times over until everyone is in complete synchronous harmony with what we stand for. The white paper is your best way to figure that out, though. If you guys need help or have questions about like what that is, then chat, ask us, and we'll come and explain to you. If our moderators for some reason don't know, then they'll ask me, or I'll come in personally and answer your question. This is a community. We add value to one another, and we can't do it unless everyone's playing their part. With that said, it is Sunday, so we're going to be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. to do another one of these. I'm just going to keep grinding it away for you guys, and I appreciate you being here and playing that role. Other than that, get in the general chat, use the invite link /invites in Discord and get your custom link so we can reward you guys for playing your part. And let's make this greater than it has ever, thought to had the potential to be. It's the same thing that Bored Apes did, same thing that CryptoPunks did. They were just these niche little groups that thought they could make it big. And because enough people believed in it, because they hit the market at the right time, like we are now coming in after this Fed announcement before crypto is going to boom again. We're going to hit the same type of growth. We're positioning ourselves perfectly with a timeline. You guys just got to believe in it. You got to take the action that I've hopefully shown a good example of doing already. Care about you all. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you in the chats. Take care.